Good morning, East Castle. How's everybody doing? Welcome to this edition of Coffee with Tyler. Thanks so much for joining me, and hope you have your favorite beverage in hand, and we'll start with a sip. All right, let's jump into it. Got a pretty full show for you today. COVID-19. Yeah, I would love to stop talking about COVID-19, but here we are. It's still top of mind, it's still ever present, and still the focus of what we do here at East Castle Place to a degree. But of course, first and foremost, wanted to just give you an update in regards to COVID-19. So, reported last week in our weekly memo that we did not have any additional cases of COVID-19. That does remain true to this point as I'm filming this. We do have some tests that are pending still. Those tests are part of a tracing piece. Again, feeling confident that those will return negative as the residents are not symptomatic. And again, this was all as a retest. So they tested negative once already. We're going to retest just to make sure as standard protocols from the CDC and Wisconsin Department of Health. The best news that I've seen is that, and that I can report, is that the face mask compliance of you as residents is awesome. I'm seeing everybody wearing these. Keep it up. This is our main defense. This continues to be our main defense. And again, we want to wear those above the nose, not below, trying to seal out all those droplets from spreading. So keep up the great work. I do know that sometimes even I may walk out of my office, forget, and say, oops, got to go back. It happens, but again, let's hold each other accountable. We're all in this together, and continue to wear your mask. That is our number one defense. Residents and staff are being temped every morning, or rather upon entering the community, as well as any essential caregivers, and so again, we'll continue in that vein. Unfortunately, I did have to suspend the exterior courtyard visits. I'm going to be taking a look more closely later today and talking with the team to see the comfort level to maybe bring back those exterior courtyard visits. My gut's telling me at least another week without the exterior courtyard visits by the gazebo, and again, that's just for an abundance of caution, as the cases in Milwaukee are very high, and I want to continue to see a trend going down. I know that from an East Castle standpoint, we have protocols in place and things of that nature. I know that your loved ones don't want to put you at risk, but again, the less contact that we have from the outside, the greater chance we have at mitigating the risk of COVID-19 entering the community. I know that's difficult. I hate that I'm having to tell you this. I hate that I'm having to make that decision because your loved ones are so crucial to what we have here, and those visits are so important. But know that from the short term and I guess the short-term goal of limiting that is for the long-term success of the community. Again, if you have questions about that, please do let me know. Also, many of you were asking about Saturdays in the fitness center, evenings in the fitness center. I'm happy to report we brought on Alice. Alice has been a fantastic addition to the Willie and the fitness center team there. She's willing to take on Saturdays. We also are going to be welcoming a couple of Marquette interns that are going through the similar protocols, COVID testing, to make sure that they're safe, much like any new employee that joins the community. But they will also have availability on Saturdays. So I think we will a little bit expand our Saturday capacity and as well. So again, we do want to keep that fitness center under monitored hours, and so again, that's that 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. When Willie gets back from vacation right now, Alice is in the fitness center. We do expect to potentially look at expanding those hours. Again, we just want to make sure it's safe, sanitization, things of that nature. I know all of you are doing your parts, but again, I just want to make sure we have a controlled as possible environment. The biggest news regarding COVID-19 that I'm sure all of you have seen or watched or attended Carlos's food and beverage meeting last week. That should be airing throughout this week, but you also received a memo in black and white. And that memo was in your mailboxes as of yesterday, so take a look. If you haven't been down, take a look at this memo. This memo really lays out what that program looks like. And so it's for independent living residents to open up the contemporary dining room as well as the club room. So the second floor water tower dining, where many of our Bradford Terrace and water tower independent living rental residents live, will remain closed. That again is due to just staffing as well, but not even staffing, it's just more from a sanitation and service model level. But this is going to be tough. I know it's going to be tough. I'm just going to put that out there. Carlos and I have had multiple conversations about this in preparation for this. But beginning Tuesday, August 18th, we are going to open up the dining room just for dinner. It's going to look a lot different. If you've seen the dining room or walked past the dining room, you've noticed probably 25%, I'll call it. A third of the capacity, 25 to 30% of the capacity of our normal dining room. So, the reason for that is obviously social distancing. No different than the restaurants that are open in Milwaukee, we too need to take the same precautions. So right now, we're looking at reservations that must be made. You must make reservations in order to, claim your spot, so to speak. We're looking at hour increments. The hour increments are going to begin at 4:30, 4:30 to 5:30, 5:30 to 6:30, 6:30, so on and so forth. So again, the dining room is going to be sanitized in between the sittings, and we are asking you as residents to limit your courses to 3. So a soup or a salad, not a soup and salad, the entree, and the dessert. Again, we want to mitigate the time that it takes for you as residents to get through your courses as well as for us to serve. And so I know that's going to be a slight change. And again, this is just for the now. This is just for the open. We'll expand that, but we need to start with a foundation. I also know that the expectations of coming back in and ordering and this and that and going, having your soup and your salad and things of that nature, it just really lengthens the time that you as residents are in the dining room. And we really want to start out as simple as possible. And I hope you can understand that, because again, this is not an easy effort by any means, because we also are still offering delivery. For those of you that are not comfortable going into the dining room, we completely respect that. You will still get your meals delivered. Just put that on the delivery slip, call that in, so on and so forth. You can still fill your weekly menus and say, hey, I'm still not comfortable, deliver all my meals. We will get those delivered to you. I wish this were easier. In most regards, it's easier to shut anything down than to open it, reopen, especially reopening under different conditions. It's going to take everybody's help, patience, understanding through this. We also have many new servers. You're going to see many new faces in the dining room. And although we're working with those servers to prep them, I know that a number of you may have been reached out to maybe do a lunch here and there to help servers in their training. They also are going to need patience. Some servers have not served, have not had the experience of serving a wonderful population such as yourselves. So your patience and understanding is also going to be required. And I really appreciate that, and I thank you in advance. These individuals are wanting to do their best. They're hardworking. They're going to be trained to the best that Mary and Carlos and the team can do. But again, they have to go through it, right? It takes repetition. And so a large part of the turnover was because of COVID. We had students that left that were going to graduate that weren't coming back. Now we have UWM students that are coming back, that are looking for work. And so again, you'll see some familiar faces. Again, Mary is going to be there. Michelle, who is our lead, will be there as well. So again, you'll see familiar faces, but you will see some unfamiliar faces, which is great. Change is tough, but again, every change brings new opportunity. So again, this opportunity is what's in front of us. It'll be different. There'll be signs up. Take a look at your memo. Reserve your reservations. Your masks must be worn to the dinner table and then exiting the dining room. The mask can come off. Obviously, it's tough to eat and drink through a mask, right? Can't do that. So those are allowed, but again, 2 residents at each table. So again, if your reservation is at 5:30 and you come down at 5 expecting to be served and there's not room, we will ask you to wait or go back up to your apartment. I know that's not what has happened in the past. I know that that's tough. That's not what we want. Trust me. If Carlos and I could make this as easy as possible, we'd say, well, let's just go back to normal dining. That is not the safe approach. And so again, your safety, your health, the health of our residents, the health of our staff are imperative. And that's why, much like you've seen everywhere else in Milwaukee, we have to change the way in which we're doing things. And so, again, if you have questions, if you have concerns, let us know. Again, but your patience and understanding is going to be paramount. So, again, we're going to do our best to get you everything that you want, the full dining experience. But again, that first week, the first 2 weeks, it's going to be tough. Please, and thank you for your understanding. Again, more conversation to be had next week. Carlos, myself, Mary, we're all here for you. If you have questions about it, let us know. We are here for you. That is the COVID-19 update that I have for you today. Again, it's a lot. Again, check your memos. I'm going to reference this memo in my weekly update to you. Again, thank you for everything that you have been doing. We continue to be successful. Again, COVID-19 is not going away. The numbers are still high, and so we need to continue to do our part. We need to continue to do our part in all regards of fighting this. So we're going to remain ECP strong. That is our motto. So. Alright, again, if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have questions or you have concerns, please stop down by my office, please give me a phone call, please email me. Your feedback is going to be very, very important through all of this. Alright, so, a couple other things, just minor things. If you're looking for Laura or Eric this week, they've been out on a well-deserved vacation. Lori Meckley as well has had some successful knee surgery. I'm sure many of you may have seen that. She's in our assisted living director. She's going to be out for an extended period of time. But all in all, if you do need anything, please contact myself in those 3 areas. Laura's team is available for you. To make sure that the activities are going well. I know that the happy hour is still going. It's State Fair Week. So, with that regard, we're doing some, I think some lemonades going in the happy hour. I think we might be able to add something to that to jazz it up. I know that many of you took part in the fried Twinkies. Thank you to Carlos and the team for making those. And then also, many of you submitted some plants for judging. Awesome, love that. Today is Cream Puff Day, which is Wednesday, so hopefully you got a taste of some cream puffs. And then Friday we're selling some cheese curds. So, State Fair is unfortunately canceled this year, so we're trying to bring the State Fair to you. And so also our staff are enjoying that. We're doing some fun things for our staff in that regard. But again, so hopefully you're enjoying that. It is a bummer that the State Fair is canceled. I know many of you have enjoyed that over the course of the last year for multiple years beforehand. So, a little bit of State Fair coming to you. With that being said, we are looking at a Grandparents' Day as well. So again, we want to celebrate you grandparents. So look for some fun ideas coming your way towards the later part of this month. If you have any grandkids that want to submit anything, I think Laura's got something coming to you in the activity packet, so look forward to that as well. A couple of you asked about the channel 955 and what capabilities this has, where you're coming to it live. We also, opened up some committees, which are awesome, groups of 20 or less. I know the social club's going on. We are looking at doing a resident council meeting next week. It'll be great to do that. Again, groups of 20 or less. And we're trying to do that in larger spaces so that we can allow for proper social distancing. Groceries are still available for delivery, so let us know. And also, the general store is open. So if you need anything just here and there, do know that you can stop in the general store and see one of our wonderful resident volunteers. Of course, wear your mask. We are limiting the general store to one person at each vein, or at each time rather. Let's see what else. Paige Jans has been acclimating fantastic. I'm sure you've seen her walking the hallways with her smile on. She's a fantastic individual, very, very bright individual, and look forward to Paige's contribution to East Castle Place as we go forward in the next year. Paige is going to start school here in a little bit online to meet some of the requirements that the state of Wisconsin is asking before she becomes a licensed nursing home administrator. So Paige also has her plate full. The health center team continues to do fantastic, great work. We had a health center survey last week, focused infection control survey. I think I mentioned that in the memo last week. Again, no deficiencies, no citations, compliments from the state of Wisconsin on the steps that the health center team are taking up there. We remain a 5-star community in very good regard, great regard actually, 5-star being the highest you can receive. So again, Lindsay and Ashley and the health center team, applause to them, congratulatory remarks to them. Lastly, congratulatory remarks to all of our staff. I always like to mention this. Your kind words, your family's encouragement are appreciated. I know usually on a daily basis somebody stops me and says thank you. And to that I say thank you. Your words of encouragement are greatly appreciated. So if you aren't showing the appreciation, saying a thank you to staff, encouraging them to stay strong, please feel free to do so. They always enjoy those regards and kind remarks. And it's the same to you. I know when I get a thank you, it's always we're in this together, because we are. This isn't a Tyler, success story by any means. If anything, it's the last thing. It's your part, your individual efforts in wearing your masks and being socially distanced and taking the proper precautions. That's all a testament to you. Again, it's a testament to our staff as well, that are coming in every day, wearing their masks, taking the proper protocols, being temped at the desk, letting us know if they are feeling a sign or symptom of that. Again, it's been amazing to see. And so our staff, again, truly blessed to work with an incredible team, truly blessed to call East Castle Place my place to come to work. It's truly, as tough as these days are, as tough as this is, I'm truly grateful to be here. And so thank you for that. Thank you for your continued fight. Stay strong. I know that this is getting wearing. I was talking with somebody this morning. March 9th is kind of a day that'll stick with me as the first kind of piece that we started restricting things. It's now August 12th, August 13th, whatever it may be, going on 6 months. So again, there's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot of optimism out there that needs to be had, because again, there's enough out there in the world that we can get tied up in and get dragged down by. But I think we need to look at the positives. We need to take that optimistic approach that we've been going through this. We've taken the bumps and the bruises, and we're still standing, and we're still fighting, and we're still working towards getting back to normal. And I see you in the hallways. I see those smiling faces and the conversations that are being had. It's incredible. I truly believe that we are all blessed to be a part of East Castle Place and be in a senior living community where we can support each other through these difficult times. So again, keep up the good fight. If you need a quick conversation, a quick pick-me-up, give me a call. I'm here for you. Again, I'm optimistic at heart. That's the mentality I have. It's all I know. So if you need that pick-me-up, let me know. Thank you to all you that take care of me. We're going to get through this together. We're going to stay East Castle Place strong. And I look forward to seeing you next week on our Coffees with Tyler. Again, pay attention to these memos in your mailboxes. This is going to help us a lot. And again, I may even send this out to your loved ones. So if you have loved ones that are also curious about how we're doing it, what we're doing, that can support you, support us, etc., happy to send that out. Just give me their email address and I will put them on the weekly list. So with that, thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Coffee with Tyler. As always, I'll sign off with a sip. And take care. All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone.